Good morning everybody, how are we all? Welcome back to the vlog. I'm starting this vlog right now because I'm about to try yet another new foundation. Once again, I went for a tester pot. It is from, let me show you, Prada. I've heard such good things about this foundation, but you know, my new trick is the fact that I'm not going to be buying all of these foundations. Like, let me show you how many I've got on my table, okay? MAC, Bobbi Brown, multiple NARS. Sorry, some of these bottles are so gross. My all-time favourite, Giorgio Armani. There's more. Hermes, Chantecaille, Shiseido, another Bobbi Brown, 2 bottles of House Labs, Hourglass, and there is actually more bottles of MAC. I mean, you get the drift, okay? I buy lots of foundations, and then I use them. And I mean, it's not that I don't like them, but I just don't love them enough to wear them all of the time. And then, I mean, eventually it does get used. I give a lot away to my friends and my sister and things like that. But it's just a waste. So, I should have done this about 5 years ago. But instead of buying an entire bottle, I now just get testers to see if I like it. So, I did the Laura Mercier one last week. This foundation has gone viral. Everyone is talking about it. I used it for a whole week. And I did like it. It's got a really lovely feel to it, but truthfully, I don't think I liked it enough to buy a full bottle. Like, in my opinion, there's nothing groundbreaking about it. I feel like I put kind of a lot of this on. Okay, let's do my first impressions of this Prada one. Maybe I should use a beauty blender instead. Well, it's on. The coverage is nice, but I can't say that I'm sort of like thinking it's any different from anything else I've tried. It's quite a matte finish, so I feel like in some areas it's making me look a little bit dull. But sometimes with foundations, they get better once they've been on your skin and they kind of marinate. So I feel like I'm going to do the rest of my face and then give you an overall review. I can't tell you how good this Lancome mascara is. It's blooming amazing. Love the brush on it so much. It makes your eyelashes look so long. This is actually day 3 of unwashed hair. It doesn't actually feel too bad, but it's starting to look not so great, but a little bit of dry shampoo in it. Won't hurt, we're not doing anything too crazy today. As for the foundation, I feel like I was right in the sense that once I did my makeup, I now like it a lot more. I'm gonna look at it in the magnifying mirror. I mean, yeah, overall it's got really lovely coverage. It is advertised as a matte foundation with a luminosity, and I feel like it's definitely got that. But the good thing is I'm vlogging all day today, so we can see how it goes, like, as the day goes on. I also picked this up from Prada. There's actually a whole Prada beauty counter in Harrods. I mean, look how extra this lipstick is. Can you see? Prada. Everything's refillable, so look, it comes out. Cool. Look at that. Oh yeah, is it focusing? Yeah, I think it's focusing now. Let's ignore my nails because they need doing. I don't want to use it, it just looks too good. I actually swatched this colour on my hand in the store, and I feel like it's a very similar colour to ones that I already wear. But once I get some cute photos, I need to get some aesthetic pictures before I ruin it, I will show you this on. Anyway, let's go and make some brunch. I just did an order on Deliveroo, not for a takeaway though, because we're not doing that this year. I mean, maybe I've done it maybe I've done it once, but we're not doing it every day like I used to. I just did a Sainsbury's shop to get some bread, some eggs, and some bits to make a breakfast. So let's go and do that. I mean, at least it's not a mess in here or anything. Oh my, I actually forgot that I left it like this last night. We actually went out last night. Well, I went out and we both went out the day before, but I need to tidy this up before I cook. Why is my flat just always such a shithole? I know this might sound absolutely ridiculous, and I feel like most people are able to do it, but I cannot poach an egg. You know when you do the spinny thing in the water? Can't do it. So I have a way to poach eggs perfectly without having to do the spinny thing in the water. It's a little bit of faff, but I've done it for years. I'm gonna actually pan the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so you need a bowl and a little bit of cling film that just droops over both sides. You need to make a little bit of a dip in the middle. You then need to use a little bit of oil. I prefer to use the spray oil, but I don't actually have any. So I'm gonna use a little bit of, this is olive oil actually. You only need a tiny bit. And I'm gonna get a clean bit of kitchen roll. I'm gonna rub that and kind of soak up any of the excess, but rub it into the cling film like that. The reason you do this is so the egg doesn't get stuck to the cling film. I actually think this is a Jamie Oliver thing. I honestly learnt it so many years ago. Got eggshell in the egg now, brilliant. Honestly, whenever you do things on camera, they always go wrong. Okay, once you've done that, you then bring all of your cling film up to the top and you're gonna tie it in a knot or kind of twist it together. So your egg is gonna end up like a goldfish in a bag. I just tie mine like this. If you've got excess cling film, you can then knot it as well. And then this one can just sit on the side whilst you do your next one. Years ago, my mum actually had like a breakfast party at home and she had a load of her friends come round and she needed something like 26 eggs, all poached at the same time. And I mean, unless you're someone really skilled at poaching eggs, I think it's pretty much, well, I'm not gonna say impossible, but I think it's pretty hard to poach more than 2 eggs at a time in the water whilst they're spinning. Some of you out there might be saying, no, I can poach 5 like that, but I think it's quite hard. But doing it this way, I mean, don't get me wrong, it is time consuming, but you can prep all of your eggs at the same time and then they can all go into the water at the same time as well. So yeah, you can basically poach as many eggs as you like, depending on how big your pan is. How many eggs do you want, Reese?
3.
You want 3? No, 3. Are you joking? You know, avocado pips are so hard to get out and you kind of end up like going like this and then twisting it or like digging them out. I saw this thing on TikTok where you basically just push the pip from the other side like this and it falls out. I'm sorry, but it has blown my mind. The amount of times I've struggled to get an avocado pip out and it's as easy as that. Now the water's boiling, guys. You pick up the eggs, the goldfish in the bags, and you just pop them into the boiling water. And then, hey Siri, set a timer for 4.5 minutes. Once the eggs are done, you just spoon them out the water and pop them on the side. They look like little dumplings. I'll quickly butter the toast. And then to get them out of their little packets, all you do is you cut the top off of the cling film, you know, the knot that you made. You open them up like so, and you have a perfect poached egg. Well, I'm hoping it's perfect. You won't know until you open them up. But usually 4.5 minutes is about the right time for them to still be a little bit runny. I actually prefer my eggs to be a little bit hard. You know, I hate them when they're, I can't even say it, but snotty. Ta-da! Actually, he wanted 3 eggs, didn't he? That's a lot of eggs. I added feta, but my eggs are overcooked. But you know what? They're actually really nice. I feel like 4 minutes would be the perfect egg. Is 4.5 too much? I don't know, but do you know what? This is delicious. I do this thing with food where I get addicted to stuff. I eat it so much, like I've had that breakfast 3 times this week, that then I eat it to a point where I get so sick of it that then I don't eat it again for 3 years. Do any of you do that? Because that is just what I do with every single food group there is. I wanted to show you these shoes. Hopefully by the time this video goes live, which is actually going to be tomorrow. Haven't even told you. Have I told you? Today's Sunday. Adidas have released a new colourway in the Sambas. These are black with cream. And they are very cute, actually. You guys know I love my Sambas. I love my trainers in general. Like, I'm such a trainer girl. I love to be comfortable. And yeah, these just look so good with everything. And I have the white ones. I've worn them like literally 100 times. And I just thought the black would be a nice addition to my wardrobe. I do have the black gazelles, but these are a little bit different with the cream. By the way, in Sambas, I always go up. Well, mine are actually a whole size bigger than my regular size, but I would say go up at least half a size. And if you're in between sizes, go up a whole size. So I picked those up and wanted to show you. I also want to show you this mug that my friend Abby got me. It's actually in this box, which is all just kind of waiting for me to move. I can't be bothered to put it all out because then it's all just going to have to go to the next place or like in storage or whatever. So I showed you all of this already. This is a diffuser that my mum got me for Christmas last year. But she got me a mug that is just the sweetest gift ever. This bow is just like tied onto it. You can take it off, as you can see. It's made by a company, I think it's called Native. I'll pop their Instagram here. And she makes them all by hand. And can you see here it says like 11:11? Because whenever I see the time 11:11, like every day, I make a wish and she says it always reminds her of me. But they do all different ones, like ones with cherries on, ones with hearts, plain ones. You can have anything you want, I think, written here. So I'm actually gonna get some more because I think they'll be the cutest little mugs as a set. You know, if they all had like little different things on them. I love it so much. We also need to go to M&S because I have a few bits I need to take back. Do you know what, M&S just reminds me of my mum so much. You all actually saw in the Christmas vlog how much my family shop at M&S. Like, my mum should have her own collection with them. In fact, I think if you have an M&S card and you spend on it, you get added to some kind of system where I don't really know how this works entirely, but I think they tally up like what you buy and what you spend. And in our local town, my mum is like the first best, I think it's like the first or the second best shopper in the town with M&S. She got the results through just before Christmas and she just felt so proud of herself. I was like, Mum, that is actually an addiction. I mean, like, it's quite obvious where I get my shopping addiction from, isn't it? My mum and my nan, okay? But yeah, my mum is like the biggest M&S lover in the world. But the other day I was walking through to go and get my roast dinner, you know, that I get every Sunday from M&S. And I saw these trousers and I loved them. They're beige with like a white stripe or cream stripe down them. And they came in 2 different lengths, regular and short. I felt like the short were too short, so I thought the regular looked nice, but they just don't quite fit me right, which is a shame because they're really, really nice. So yeah, I've got 2 pairs of those. I need to take those back today because I think I only had 2 weeks to return them, so we need to go and do that. But on the note of my mum and my like family and stuff, I just want to say thank you so much. I did mention it in another vlog, but thank you so much for all of like your lovely comments about them. I vlogged Christmas Day, and then in my last vlog my family features quite heavily as well, and yeah, you were all just so kind. And my nan has now learnt to read because she didn't know that there was comments underneath YouTube videos because she watches my videos on her TV. And I told her the other day how to read the comments, so then she spent 2 days reading the comments, and she can't believe, well, I can't believe this either, that you guys live all over the world. She was like, you have people from the Philippines, from Australia. She was like, I can't believe it, Freya. And she was also so happy about all of like the kind things you said about her, but just genuinely from me as well. Like, I really appreciate you all being so lovely about my family because obviously I care about them a lot. And it means a lot. And it's actually really nice to see that you all enjoy like seeing that part of my life. So I'm definitely gonna, well, they don't love being on camera, but I'm definitely gonna hopefully share like more of that kind of side of my life, especially in my vlogs, which actually brings me onto something. But you know what, maybe I'm gonna tell you about that later because I feel like we need to go to the shops because the shops shut early on a Sunday, and yeah, and we need to get going. Right, I haven't even left yet. I've actually just been procrastinating. Well, actually no, that's a lie. I've just put my sheets in the wash. I have just taken a load of towels out of the wash, but we now need to go. This is going to be my outfit of the day. I think I showed you this in another vlog just recently because I've actually worn it a lot. You know, Reese said to me the other day, you like that brown outfit, don't you? Because I honestly haven't taken it off. But it's just really warm and comfortable. It's actually all from VARLEY. My socks are Gymshark. My trainers are New Balance. I think I'm going to wear a hat because my hair doesn't look too bad, but a hat keeps my ears warm as well. I'm going to use my Palm Springs Mini card holder. Sorry, this is my bag from last night. Let's do Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream. And perfume of choice today is going to be a Diptyque. I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's this one just here. Let's go to the shops. It's actually really warm today out, which I'm quite shocked about. Feels, yeah, I'm actually quite hot in this coat. Should have bought a smaller jacket because I'm walking like I'm sweating. Keep forgetting that it's Sunday as well. What should I have for my tea tonight? Reese has gone out with his friends, so he's not going to be in for dinner. So I think tonight I'm going to have like a bath. I've got some work to do. I'm going to have myself a nice dinner. I might have sweet potato with tuna. And we made it to M&S. I think I'm addicted to watermelon. I've been told that this stuff is good for your gut, so I'm getting some. And I'm going to show you something I've been making with dates. Suddenly I'm a chef, guys, but I'm going to show you something I've been making with dates when we get home because it's so delicious and well, it's just great. I'm not buying them because you know Healthy Queen, but these are so good, like the best things ever. Also, how good does this look? Like, sorry, unreal. I've just got in about 5-10 minutes ago. I just sat in my coat and I was going to go back out, but it's now really dark and I don't really like walking around in the dark. on my own. So I'm not gonna do that. Oh God, look at my hair. I'm actually gonna make myself a very early dinner, and I'm gonna show you how to make the yummy dates with the peanut butter and the chocolate. It's so good, honestly, and it's meant to be really good for your gut health, and they're just a really yummy snack. I've been having 2 a day after my dinner, but I think I'm gonna cook myself tonight. Sweet potato. I'm gonna have 1 sweet potato with tuna and some salad. Do you usually put salt on a sweet potato? Like, I know that outside of the jacket potato you'd put salt, but would you put it on a sweet potato? Do I put oil on it? I should actually mention, I'm sorry I didn't show you too much whilst we were out and about, but there wasn't really all that much to show you, if I'm completely honest. Where's the marble chopping board? Yeah, all I did was I went to Marks and Spencer's, which you saw. I just then got 10,000 steps in pretty much. I didn't actually go anywhere, I just walked along, and it was really busy, as London always is. And yeah, I just kept my camera in my pocket, so I'm sorry that wasn't very interesting. But I did pick up some dates from Marks and Spencer's. These look very posh, don't they? Look, they're all like in individual little sections. How crazy is that? But to make what I'm going to show you, you're going to need dates. I actually prefer this style of date. Like, they need to be a bit harder in my opinion. You know, some dates are really squishy. You need the hard dates. Peanut butter. This one is so good. I don't think this is all that good for you though, because it's quite sweet, but it just tastes really nice. But it's sweet and salty peanut butter from Pippa Nuts. But any peanut butter would do. You need some mixed seeds. I just got these from Sainsbury's. In here are raisins, but I just leave the raisins out when I'm making this. Then the last thing is more choice. Like, you don't have to have this, but I just think it tastes better with dark chocolate. You melt this and you put it on top. I usually get the sea salt one, but it was sold out, so I've just gone with this, and I might add a little bit of salt to it. They are the 4 ingredients you will need to make it. I'm going to pan the camera down and show you what you do. It's basically turned into a cooking channel today. Right, I think I'm going to make, shall I do 6? Yeah, I think I'm going to do 6, okay. I prefer to do these in batches, so then you just have them in the fridge ready to go. However, they're so good that you have to kind of stop yourself from eating all 6 in the same day. But you cut them open. Oh, there's no pip. What? Oh, without stones. I should have read. That's great. What I was going to show you is you have to cut them like so, then open them up, and then usually you have to remove the stone inside. But M&S have done that job for me. So the inside just looks like this. So I'm just going to open them all up. Do you know what? Dates always remind me of Christmas time when I was young, and my mum used to buy a pack of them, and they would just sit on the side, and the only person that liked them was her, and I used to just think they were so gross. But then as I've got older, I think they're lovely. I blooming love a date. So nice. It's funny, isn't it, as you get older, the things that you end up liking, like olives and things like that. When you're a child, it's rare that children like olives, isn't it? Then you hit a certain age and suddenly you love them. Well, not everyone, but you know what I mean. I'm also at this point going to start heating my chocolate up. I just use 2 of the cubes, or the squares, from the Lindt chocolate, which I showed you, which looks like this. I usually put it in the microwave, but my oven is on, and my oven is also my microwave, so instead of that, I'm actually just going to boil a pan of water and pop a little bowl on top and just put this inside, and it should melt it, I think. Next step is the peanut butter. I don't know why I'm showing you this like it's super hard to do, because honestly, it's so blooming easy. And I don't know if I've told you this already, but I went on a trip with Lancome just before Christmas, which I actually never told you about. I didn't take you along or anything like that, but it was so lovely to be invited, and we had a really lovely time. And on the trip, we did a session with a gut health doctor, and she actually showed us these dates. We actually were able to eat them there and then, and she said they're really great for your gut. And I went away and I didn't actually make them until after Christmas, or maybe, yeah, it was after Christmas, and now I'm addicted to them. So they're not only good for you, but they taste great as well. So I'm just using a teaspoon, and I'm just popping the peanut butter inside the dates. It's a little bit messy, don't worry, I have washed my hands. Shit! Oh my god! This is what I mean. Why does everything go wrong on camera? Fuck! It's like a swimming pool. Anyway, we'll carry on. Okay, next step, we're now going to get the seeds, which I told you about, and avoiding the raisins, which are in this particular seed bag. I'm just going to sprinkle some seeds on top of each date, and they kind of stick to the peanut butter. Well, they don't even kind of, they do stick to the peanut butter. So now my chocolate is here, and I'm just going to get the same teaspoon and just drizzle a tiny bit of chocolate over the top of each date, like so. A little bit here. And then I'm just going to place them onto a plate. Shit. And then you just put them into your fridge and you wait until they go hard. I have seen some people put them in the freezer. I haven't done that yet personally myself. I think the fridge is cold enough for me. But I'm gonna pop them into the fridge. Look how messy my cupboards are. Like, look at this. Look at this. I need to sort my, well, do you know what? The reason I haven't sorted it out, it's kind of like organised mess, but the reason I haven't sorted it out is in my head, I'm just constantly like, I'm moving soon, so everything can just be sorted then. So, I mean, my flat is quite often messy, but it's messier than ever at the moment because I'm moving soon. My sweet potatoes all soggy. Do you know what? Whenever I cook things, it always goes wrong. Like, how can I ruin a sweet potato? So much better than Deliveroo. My face looks so red. I'm like burning up. I've got the heating on full bore. Also, an update on this foundation, this Prada foundation that I have tried for the first time today. I think, so I'm looking at it in my camera, I think I actually quite like it. I mean, we've gone very oily now, but I kind of forgot I was testing foundation and I just, like, I mean, I wore a hat, like I walked outside. I mean, those are the types, that's a good thing to do to test foundation, but I actually think it's quite nice. Yeah, I quite like it, but I feel like I need to give it like another go. Anyway, let me do a little taste test of the date. Oh my God, the light just fell off my camera. And it scared the life out of me. I watch way too many true crime documentaries, as you guys know. And I feel like it makes me really jumpy as a person. Like, I'm genuinely scared of my own shadow. Because I just feel like I watch so much crap. Well, it's not crap, but like, you know what I mean? Just so many things. So like, when stuff like that happens, like the light falls off my, like, it scares me. It's pathetic, really. Guys, the date was just so good. You're gonna have to all make them. I'm saying that I'm being healthy and that I'm not eating after 8 PM. And Reese comes home and orders this. Is it worth it?
Yes, darling.
Trying to sabotage me. Anyway, we're currently watching Love Island. I have not watched Love Island since the series when Molly was in it and Tommy, which was years ago. But Reese is Love Island's biggest fan at this point. When I first met him, sorry, I don't know if you can hear me, when I first met him and I said let's watch Love Island or spoke about Love Island, he was like, it's such trash TV, who watches that shit? Then he watched the last series and now he's addicted. But we're actually really enjoying this, it's actually quite good, especially to watch in January when there's nothing else going on. Good morning, guys. Oh my God, my voice. You are the first people I've spoken to. I've just got up. It is currently 6 AM. For some crazy reason, I decided last night that I was going to book a 6:30 AM Pilates class. God, laid in bed for the last like 10 minutes debating whether to go or not. I said it'd be a very bad way to start a Monday if I just missed the class, you know? I need to hurry up though because I need to leave the house in like 4 minutes. I made it, just about. Look how dark it still is. Well, I've just finished my Pilates class and I am actually very glad I went and did it. I didn't feel like it was as like hard as it can be. Like, it was kind of like a slow one. It was quite repetitive. Don't really love those kind of classes if I'm honest, but considering I've not been in like 6 months, it was a good class to do just to get back into like, you know, the whole situation. But yeah, I'm now just getting my steps in because I kind of want to get them done before I start my work day because I don't think I'm going to have enough time to come back outside today. So I'm just getting my steps in now. It's actually meant to be sunny today. It's really cloudy. And whilst I'm getting my steps in, I've just put on this podcast and I'm gonna walk. Everyone out there, doggies? Well, I would nip into Whole Foods and get myself some breakfast and lunch. It is very quiet in here this morning. It's only just opened, so everything is fresh on the shelves. This chocolate actually sounds amazing. Almond butter, there's also cashew butter, almond butter, crispy, is it quinoa or quinoa? I think it's quinoa with dark chocolate. That sounds great. I bet they are delicious. Salted chocolate, dipped almonds. I feel like I need to get those. Told you 100 times that just in case you're new here, this tuna is the best tuna in the world. Big statement, but it's true. I'm going to get another one of these peanut butters because it's on offer. I don't know actually whether just to get the regular one. Do you know what, I'm going to get this instead. I feel like this one was nice but a little bit too sweet. So I'm going to do this. I'm home, I showered, I washed my hair. I did it without recording because sometimes recording just slows me up. And today I'm in a little bit of a rush. But let's have a chat whilst I finish doing my makeup. My chest and neck is such a different colour to my face because I haven't fake tanned in like the longest time. I feel like in winter, if I can get away with not fake tanning, I try. I love how tan looks, but I hate how it feels on my skin. You know, when you have to sleep in fake tan, like it's the worst. I think I've told you about this before, but Tan Luxe actually do a moisturiser, which is really good. But even that, I prefer my skin to be bare. But my foundation really doesn't match the rest of my body, but I cover my body with my clothes, so it doesn't really matter. Something I have been meaning to tell you about, I mean, it's not really a big deal, but I am starting like a new sort of like mini YouTube series. Just came up with this great idea. So at the moment I upload my vlogs every Monday. They're not going to be stopping because I love vlogging. Like this is just my favourite thing to do, okay? So the vlogs are still going to continue every Monday. But the plan is every Thursday you're going to get another video, but it will be more of like a sit down style. So it might be a review video, it could be like a haul or something like that. So the first one I filmed was my best and worst purchases of 2023. So you'll get that this Thursday. Can't say it was the best video because I didn't actually have that many bad purchases, which is obviously a good thing, but it didn't really make the video that interesting. But anyway, a lot of you have been requesting it, so that's coming this Thursday. The next Thursday, I think I'm going to film a review video of all of the handbags I bought in 2023. So I'm going to review all of the bags, which I feel like a lot of you are going to like. So I have lots of little video ideas that I'm going to do over the next few weeks, and hopefully this series like continues for a long time. It gives you guys some extra content, so you know you've got something else to watch if you want to, of course. And I know some people prefer that style of video and don't love the vlogs, and it just gives you a little bit of diversity, or you can watch it all if you want to. But I would love you to give me some video requests, like along the lines of sort of reviews. What would you like a review of? It could be about anything. Like it could be about fashion, it could be about beauty. Like I could review my favorite foundations, even though I feel like most of you already know that. But yeah, it could be about anything. So if any of you have any request videos, then let me know. I'm really looking forward to it because I feel like it's going to mix things up a little bit. And I enjoy filming those kind of videos as well. I was also wondering, do you guys listen to a lot of podcasts? I love podcasts. And I have actually like thought a few times about starting one. Like, I mean, I feel like everyone has a podcast nowadays. Like, no shade to anyone because I think they're great. But yeah, I feel like everyone does it. So it's kind of a little bit like, oh, another podcast. But yeah, I have thought about it. But then I was like, what would I actually talk about? And it'd be great if I had a co-host. Like someone I could do it with, like a friend. Like I love Sophia and Chintzy as the girls' bathroom. I just feel like it's such an easy listen. And they're two best friends, if you don't know them already. They're two best friends who have a podcast set in a girl's bathroom, and they answer like sort of dilemmas and things like that. But it's a really lovely podcast to listen to. And I'd love to like do a podcast kind of like that, but like I have no one to do it with. That sounds like I have no friends. I mean, I do have friends, but like no one that would want to do a podcast. So then it would just kind of leave me on my own. And there's only so much one person can talk about. However, actually one of the most successful podcasts ever, who's a female podcaster, is, oh my God, I forgot her name. I think her name's Alex, but she's the girl from Call Her Daddy, which is a huge podcast all over the world, but I think especially in America. And she has always done her podcast on her own. I think now she gets guests on, but in the beginning it was just, no, actually she started with a friend, and then her and her friend parted ways, and then she did it on her own, and now I think she gets guests on. But yeah, she's really great at it, but I just don't think I have enough to say, if I'm honest. Another kind of podcast I love though is like the motivational ones. Like the one I was listening to today with Jay Shetty. I love things like that, and also A Diary of a CEO. I think that's a great podcast. Also, Grace Beverly, you know, Grace, who is formerly Grace Fit on Instagram. She has a really good podcast. I think it's called Working Hard or Hardly Working. I listen to all of hers as well, and she has really good guests on. Another good podcast that I really enjoy is GK Barry's. I originally saw her, I think it was like back in the lockdown, on TikTok. I just love her sense of humour. Like, I find her hilarious. And even though she's quite young, well, she's definitely younger than me, and her guests are also quite young, I just love listening to her because the jokes she cracks, I just find them so funny. So I've taken so long to get ready today. I need to blow dry my fringe back. Honestly, the fact that I cut this myself, you can really tell, like, it doesn't look normal. Like, look how snipped this bit is. Like, that bit's longer. This bit's longer than that bit, and it should be the other way around. Anyway, I don't know why I thought I was a hairdresser. I'm going to blow dry my hair back forward, and then I'm going to get on with some work. So I actually think I'm going to leave this vlog here, because hopefully I'm going to have enough time this afternoon to edit it all together and have it up for tonight, because you're watching this in real time. By the way, this is so minging on the back of my hand. This is how different the colour of my foundation is compared to my skin. Although, to be fair, that's actually contour, but yeah, just ignore it. But yeah, hopefully I will get this live tonight for you guys. And I'm actually going to start vlogging next week's vlog tomorrow. So next week's vlog is going to be more of like a weekly vlog instead of just like a day or two. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next one. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Mwah.